Okay. Welcome everyone. Reached Friday, the end of week 8. Congratulations. Congratulations. So, first question though, did everyone watch the video? Yes.
Yeah.
Is that a yes from Joey?
Yes.
Yeah, oh, good. Okay. So we're at the fork in the road, as it were, where you can make a decision whether you're a category 1, category 2, or category 3. So, yeah, interested to know just which way you might be leaning. Cindy, you know which way you're going to be leaning? Are you going to be carrying on with spring or?
Carry on. I don't think I'm in category 1, still very far.
Yeah, well, that's great that you came to that conclusion for yourself. So you it was just about really reconnecting back to why you want to be on the challenge in the first place. Yeah. So it's just determining what you want out of the program and reconnecting to that. And I think I'm pretty convinced that everybody is going to carry on with spring at this stage. Would that be fair to say for you, Joey, that you're making the decision to stay in spring, or are you going to go into category 1?
I think, except for my weight loss, I'm still far from what I decide.
Great.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. Well, we might as well carry on with the check-in. So, what have you noticed this week? You had great weight loss already.
Hey. my nephew is walking around.
Yeah, I could see. Yeah, I figured. Now it's great effect.
Sorry.
Yeah. So how's your energy levels been? How's your sleeping been since Wendy gave you the possible solution with magnesium?
I haven't tried it yet, but these 2 to 3 days it seems a little better, and I can wake up by myself at about 5 in the morning.
Oh, yes. Great!
No matter how late I sleep, I still can wake up at 5.
Okay. And when you're waking up, it's bing, you're not wide awake and you're refreshed. Is that how you're feeling?
Not quite refreshed, but at least can think logically.
Great.
Instead of just keeping in a very dull mood.
Yeah. That's fantastic. That's a great one. Yeah, I don't know what it is about 5 o'clock in the morning, but yeah, I've become someone that just naturally wakes up at around 5 as well myself. And like you, Joey, it can be, if I can either fall asleep at 8 o'clock in the evening, or if I manage to stay awake until midnight, I'll still wake up at 5. If I go to sleep earlier, I'll still wake up at 5. So yeah, I don't know what it is about that magic number, but it seems to be quite common. Up with the bird. What else have you noticed? Have you had any situations where you've been out with colleagues this week and you've needed to make some adjustments to a menu? How's it gone socially for you?
Me?
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah?
It's okay, no problem.
Oh,
I think I am the one to choose who to have lunch with, or by myself, or enjoy a quiet dinner, quiet lunch by myself, and buy whatever I want to eat.
That's fantastic. That is huge, Joey. That's fantastic. Yeah. Really is. Congratulate yourself. That's brilliant.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But these 2 days I really break the rules because yes, I felt quite hungry.
Tell us more. Or have you frozen? It's always the cliffhanger again, isn't it, with Joey?
Hi.
You're back.
Yeah.
So what happened? What was the situation?
I know I shouldn't have those things like salad with the dressing. and I tried the sandwich. Yes.
Okay.
And yesterday, a glass of lemon tea with a little sugar because I felt I'm a low energy level and feeling a little dizzy.
Little dizzy. Okay, so that was the conversation going in your head. I was going to ask you, how did you justify, having that experiment? So, yeah, what was the conversation? What that allowed you to try to have the sandwich and the sweet tea, the sweet lemon tea?
I think it's telling me that it needs some sugar to make me more conscious.
Mm.
Yes, to be more conscious because by feeling this, I really it's not comfortable states. I think I
Okay.
need something to eat which can quickly resume my energy level.
What did you observe though after you won, you lost the battle, as it were, and you had something sweet? What did you notice in yourself? Did you get the energy burst that you wanted, or what happened?
Yes, it did make me fresh for a while,
Mm.
but of course, consequences. I feel my stomach bloating,
Ah,
and my
yeah.
waist a little swelling.
Wow. Yeah. Was it worth it to you then? Do you think oh, she's frozen again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
okay? Yes.
Yeah,
At,
yeah.
at that time, it is because it make me feel more comfortable and happy.
Mm,
Uh, yes.
okay. Are you
Uh,
using the keto sticks, Joey? So do you know that you've fallen out of ketosis, and have you done that exercise yet?
uh, I wanted to buy one at the very beginning, but then I noticed that my weight is falling day by day,
Wow.
and I'm keeping right to the rules. So I suppose I am already in keto stage.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't buy it until now.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I keep watch on my weight also, just as a record, not any stress that bring to me. Yeah.
And what do you notice? How much weight have you lost now?
Uh, for these 2 days, it stable. It becomes stable. That means no more drop because I've been eating so many illegal food.
Ah,
So that's the consequence.
okay.
Yeah.
So you were tracking daily progress in your weight loss, and then as soon as you had those couple of slips,
Uh,
it stopped for the last couple of days. Is that what I'm hearing?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm, that's
So everything is in my expectation. You did something wrong, and then uh, you have to how to say, you get to punishment.
we. You shouldn't see it as a punishment. You should never ever see it as a punishment. That's not what we're about.
As a
But
result,
just notice that it's happened, and you just get back on board with it. That's all you do, Joey. You just get back into the groove, and don't beat yourself up at all. But you've learned what's happened. You've seen what happens when you do just have those
yes,
deviations. So yeah,
yes,
just please don't see it as punishing yourself or anything like that. Be kind. And yeah, in another couple of 2-3 days, I mean, Cindy found she was back in the keto state within 3 days, I think it was. And yeah, you'll just get back in the groove. Yeah,
yes. I think I can.
yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, you know you can do it. You're doing a great job. You're doing a great job,
Thank
honestly.
you.
Yeah,
Anyways, it's a good experiment or a test of what my body is, what stage my body is undergoing. Yes.
yeah. Fantastic. Okay.
Yes, and I keep on having an appetizer every morning.
Brilliant.
Sometimes when I overeat, I will make one at night to replace my dinner.
That's a fantastic thing to do. Yeah. You can just have one of those nights, can't you? But if you have another Alkagizer, at least you've got everything you need and it's quick and easy. Yeah. It's not the most, yeah. Well, you've seen in a post, that's what we do sometimes when I'm too lazy to cook. Poor Reggie. You have to feel sorry for him sometimes. Oh, that's fantastic. Wendy, did you want to ask Joey anything?
Yeah. So Joey, what's your plan now going forward about your food?
I think I'll try to stay in spring
Okay.
a week, and after eating so many rubbish, I'll try stick to the program again.
Okay.
Cool.
Good to know. And you were saying about you see you had weight dropping, right? I'm just curious, like how much weight have you lost so far?
Hi.
Yeah.
Yes, can you hear?
Yes.
I read from my record that in on 12th to 13th of May, comparing with what I am today, I lost 4.1 kilos.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
But nothing more other than that.
Oh, just that. Just 4.1 kilos. That's awesome, Joey.
Joey, I want you to celebrate this. It is not nothing. It's because
That's massive.
exactly, Joey, you need to celebrate things like this, okay? Because it is your diligence, it is your commitment into follow the program that led you to have that result. So it is not nothing here. It's a lot of things here.
Yeah.
And I can tell
I'm afraid I'm the one who ruined progress also.
How do you mean by that?
By what I have these 2 days.
Okay, but you just told yourself that it's an experiment, right?
Or an excuse.
So which one do you think it is?
Both. I think
Okay.
both.
And
Yeah.
what did you learn from it?
It's up to your choice where to go.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
That's great. That's exactly what it is.
Okay.
Fantastic.
And I also gave you... Go ahead.
Sorry. And by weighing myself, I have an app also showing my body fat level or water content, and some indices like that, and all are improving.
So that's another win for you that please celebrate. Please really do. Because I'm suspecting the fact that you're not celebrating these wins, it's actually making you seeing progress, making you seeing that it's getting difficult. In fact, you have so many good things going on for you that you forgot to celebrate.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's fantastic, Joey. It's awesome.
Yes, and also today.
Sorry?
Yes. I've some Friday today, because I'm off today, and I went to a
And off she is.
Yeah.
We're gone.
Where did you go?
Chinese restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah.
And have those dim sums.
Yeah.
You know, all are salty ones. We can all taste that they are salty ones. But today, when I tried the 4 dim sums, they all taste sweet.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I'm so surprised to tell my families that, oh, how comes they all taste rich? Must be having lots of sugar added to it.
Yeah. Great observation. Yeah.
So what did you have? I'm curious. What kind of dim sum did you have? Does everybody know what actually, Kim and Reggie, do you know what dim sum is? Okay, great. All right. Okay, I need to go. Okay, great. So yeah, Joey, tell us what dim sum exactly that you had.
It's the steamed beef ball.
Yeah.
蒸牛肉.
Yeah.
And I don't know what to say. 雞雜.
Okay, it's like a chicken mix dish. Okay.
Okay.
And then the 爽肚.
What's that?
Some internal organs.
爽
豬肚嗰啲咧.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's tripe. 係牛.
Oh, okay.
係牛係咪啊？定豬啊？
豬。
Okay, like
pigs.
then is it tripe?
豬爽肉.
It's like a pig, an internal organ. Pig's tripe, perhaps.
Yeah. I know that one. That's a bit challenging for me. Tripe.
I know.
My father used to eat that a lot and stink up the house. And it was, I haven't got back to it yet as an adult.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
What else, Joey?
咖喱魷魚.
Okay. So then the last item was a curry squid. So Joey, Joey, I'm so happy for you. Please celebrate this. Okay, Joey, I want you to do this right now. Yes. Can you please do that? Let's do it together. All of us do it together, okay? On a count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes.
Yes.
Yay! Except for Cindy. I hope she'll come back soon. So, Joey, every time you discover something new about yourself and weight loss, or you discover something that wasn't sweet before, now you find it sweet. There's another thing. Oh, your body fat percentage has changed. I want you to please do this at least. If you can't think of anything to celebrate, please at least do this, because it's wiring in your brain that you're rewarding yourself by doing something very functional for your health.
Yes.
And my body water content has also improved, but it's still very low.
Okay.
Very low.
Okay.
How did you measure that, by the
50.
way? How did you measure that?
I have to, my scale can measure those things.
Okay.
And I have that apps to record
monitor
my progress.
Fantastic. Great.
Yeah.
So, okay. So you know where else you can improve here now. So water content, there you go. So that's the next thing that you need to work on. But please, every single time, I want you to do at least this to help you celebrate. So you see, you're rewarding yourself, you're rewarding your mind, you're rewarding your body that you're doing something very functional. The more you celebrate, the easier you will feel to follow the program.
Okay.
Trust me on this, because that's how human beings are. We need to reward ourselves when we are doing something right. So yes, you're writing it down. Very good. Fantastic. So I want to mention that those 4 dim sum that you had, normally you find it tastes salty, right? But then now, because your taste buds have recalibrated, thanks to you drinking the alkalizer, your taste buds have changed now. You can really taste the refined sugar in those dishes. That's awesome. So please celebrate. I also recently had a kimchi, a Korean dish with like kimchi and some meat and then noodles in it. Boy, I only had 2 bites. I didn't want to finish it because I can definitely taste the refined sugar in it. And to me,
really?
I can clearly taste it 2 or 3 bites. And to me, I was like, I don't want this dish anymore, because the long-term cost of accumulating refined sugar in my body, it's way higher than the cost of that meal that I paid. I can tell you this now, because I'm looking at it from a long-term perspective, not like immediate short-term. So that's how it helped myself from eating all those refined sugar. So Joey, I'm so happy for you. These are all great wins.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it really sounds like you've had a great week. I mean, okay, you had that little experiment, but you've had a really positive week. You've made some great self-assessments and some great wins. So awesome job. Awesome job.
And the cost
Okay.
is my waist swollen again.
Yeah.
But now you know, right? So you know, and
Yeah.
I asked you earlier, what's your plan afterwards? And you told us what your plan is, going to stay in spring again. So no problem. Go back, like, you know, going back to it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And these are exactly the sort of ways that you will incorporate seasons into living WildFit later on, Joey, is when you're incorporating celebrations and that sort of thing, and then how you pull yourself back to it. So this was a good sort of little taster, if you like, of how you'd be living WildFit later on. So yeah, good job.
And one more gate is I've told Wendy before that. Can you hear?
Yes.
Yeah.
I lack any persistence in doing long-term things, but I find that it's already day 54, and I keep on making my alkalizer from day 1 up to now, non-stop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I seldom have that patience.
So Joey, do you
That's
know what? Can we please all do this together once again for
Yeah.
you? Okay. On a count of 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Yes.
Ooh,
Yes, for Joey. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh.
Of course. So thank you for sharing this with us, because we are so happy for you, all of us, I especially, because you just overcome one of your personal challenge here. You were telling us that you seldom have the commitment to do something, but you've been consistently making the alkalizer for 40 plus days.
Yeah.
Yes, it becomes my habit, and I enjoy the peace and the peace in when I am making those ingredients.
That's
Yeah.
fabulous. Do you know what's happening?
It makes me feeling like I'm a chef.
That's awesome.
So
Awesome.
I enjoy the fun in it.
Yeah. So Joey, do you know why it's happening for you? That it's part of the reason why it's become a consistent habit for you. It's because you have a positive reinforcement here. I want you to think of it as a loop, as a circle. First, the alkalizer. You make the alkalizer because you know the alkalizer, it's beneficial to your body. So therefore, you take the action to do it because you know it's good for you. And then once you have the alkalizer is nourishing your body so that you are having all those positive benefits that you see. Your weight has dropped. Your body fat percentage has changed. Your taste bud has changed. All those are nourishing your body, and because you see those changes, it's giving you positive reinforcement for you to continue make the alkalizer again. Do you see this positive cycle that we're going through right now? Is the healthier we eat, the better emotion we maintain, and the better emotion we maintain, the more that we want to make healthier food. We want to keep having healthier food in our body. Does it make sense to you?
Yes.
So I'm so happy for you for this. Like, this is a breakthrough for you already, I would say. Would you agree?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah. Awesome.
Please celebrate. Like, tomorrow, this weekend, please go do something that perhaps you wanted to do for a while that you haven't had a chance to do. Or buy a small gift that you've always wanted to buy and just celebrate it. I really want you to.
Not food.
Yes, not use food, but like there are other ways to celebrate it.
How comes I think of ice cream?
That's what I said. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Okay.
You know what will happen if you have ice cream, right?
Oh?
It's because you're
Float away. Okay.
There we go. Okay, Cindy, we're dying to know what happened during the week at the bridal shower. How did the week go? I'm dying to know.
So throughout the week, like I shared last time with Wendy, like how my coworkers up there, like maybe I'm getting too sensitive, but I feel like they're starting to attack my method, and then I'm a little bit annoyed about it. And you know, so like maybe it's again that, you know, last time I was you guys got cut off the second half when I was sharing a little, that, you know, I start feeling like giving burden for my coworkers of, you know, my choices of restaurant, because I'm afraid I can pick things that I can eat. So like, so what so what I recommend to my coworkers, how about we pick a day that, you know we're gonna bring back food, or they want to do takeout, so I can prepare my meals, because I do find now more challenging for me to go out to eat, just because it's not like sometimes there's no choices, but I'm starting to get very bored of the choices as well. So like I felt like it would be just easier, but then it got me really frustrated that they couldn't make a decision. And then I thought to myself that, you know what, like if I want to pick Tuesday, it's gonna be my eat-in day, then I'll just pick Tuesday. Then I just, you know, consciously making that, then I won't go out with them. I think at the end they probably will just like buy back and eat with me, or if they really want to go out, they go eat. But I shouldn't feel like I need a consent on that. Yeah. So that's what the conclusion is. So on the bridal shower dinner, it actually went really well. The bride, well, actually the bride, she's not the one teasing me. It was actually my coworker. We're all coworkers. The bride knew that I shouldn't eat sugar or like carbs. She's good with it because she's also really good at those two. Like she still eat carbs, but she watch out. But sugar wise, she doesn't take as much, so she was okay. And then my other coworker, she's a friend. She was like, "Oh, you're really not gonna have a glass of champagne? You know, we're celebrating." And then another coworker joined. Haven't seen him for like a long time. And then he find out that I'm cutting out carbs or even like sweet vegetables. He's like teasing me on the side. When the bread came, he sliced a little bit, put on my plate, and then I don't want it. I threw it back to his plate, and then he was making fun of me, like Sydney, like pretending the bread is calling my name, like Sydney. And then,
wow.
and then
classic food devil tricks. Classic.
And when the tomato came, I said, "Oh, I cannot eat tomato too." And then he start doing it again. And then like it was a 5-course meal, and then in between they have this like homemade sorbet. I knew sorbet probably have sugar, but I was hoping homemade they might not have that many, so I took like a small bite, and it was really sweet, and I didn't touch it. I put it away, and then when they took it away, like they said, "Oh, you didn't have it? It was so good." I was like, "No," and then they knew I was more serious about it. And then when dessert came, I just gave it away. That, you know, and then so like it was actually not as hard since the bride wasn't drinking. So like my coworker didn't really make a big deal on that day. It was just before she was like, you know, we should celebrate and drink. So she just drank with the other coworker. They were drinking, and I was like really good with it. It was funny that like they're drinking, they don't go to the bathroom as much as me. Like throughout the whole meal, I'm like keep going to the bathroom because I keep drinking water. I was really thirsty. I don't know why. But I noticed I go to the bathroom frequency. It's a lot more than those that are drinking alcohol. And then yesterday was a holiday, so I went to my aunt's place for dinner. And then like I didn't have rice. They knew I don't usually eat rice anyway. But like at dinner, after dinner, they had like this really nice watermelon cut up. And then I told my aunt, like, you know, I cannot have sugar right now. And she's like, just one piece is fine. It's like, I realized once they know you're on something, they actually try to make you to like, just small piece is fine. It's like, it's watermelon, it's natural. It's not that, even like other folks are like, oh, just have some. It tastes really good because it was really hot yesterday too. And I noticed it's just like, I think it may be just human tendency. They just like to tease you sometime, or you know, or maybe they feel like sometimes certain people want some affirmation before they have taking something. So maybe they want to give you that. But then I was like, oh no, I say not this time. And then like I didn't have it, but I did drink her soup. I did ask what was in it. It was like, you know, as usual, there's like corn and carrot in it, but vegetable. But it was not. It's funny that it's not as sweet as the one I had last week. I don't know if last week the potato is really that sweet. And I did have 2 bowls. And this morning when I measured my ketosis, it's still on track. So, but it was more like very heavy the other day, but today is more like a moderate. So it didn't throw me off track. So maybe it's the potato. I don't know. Maybe tomato is not that a big effect. So like I don't have to be sensitive to it. But it was corn and carrot this time. So these two seems like the combo has like such a big effect in my body than not. So maybe it is tomato. I didn't have tomato this week at all.
Wow. I mean, Cindy, what a fantastic week. I mean, we've got to do a woo for Cindy because that is awesome. 1, 2, 3. Woo!
Yes.
Woo! Yes.
But I did my weight again because the weight at the gym is more accurate. The ones that you hold on with the handbar one, it's only like 2 pounds of difference compared like first week, because I did measure myself at first week with them as well, because they tracked it down too exactly on May 4th that we did the measurement with them, and the body fat did come down 2%, but it could be a redistribution of. But I don't want to get too excited because my body fat does swings a little. Like I see it from my track record with them. It does swing quite a lot. Like goes up and down. So I don't know. So like, but then overall my weight is still not changing, which is I find it very strange.
What about your measurements and your clothes? Are you noticing they're still?
I mean, I do notice my clothes is not as tight, but it's not like falling off my waist like Reggie.
Worse now.
I wanted to fall off my waist. But no, like it's just loose, but it's not like relatively getting too loose. But these 2 days I do feel more tired. Like later in the day, in the morning I still wake up. Like today I have got off and I tried to sleep in, but I like until like 9 a.m. like I couldn't sleep anymore. My head hurts because I have to get up. So these 2 days have been resting at home. So like that's the update. Well, but I do see Joey share photos with me with her meal, like of her meal, and I was like, oh, I missed that, and I missed this, I missed that. Starting that it's Big Devil is talking to me again.
Well, I think you've had a fantastic week, and I'll tell you something. You noticed that you were really thirsty, and that you were having going to the loo a lot. Well, that is a great symptom of ketosis actually, because you've communicated abundance, so your body's not hanging on to water, so you can really you'll be going to the loo a lot, and that's a great symptom. It's a great symptom to show that you're in the process. I mean, we were noticing it. The fact that you've flipped out of ketosis and managed to flip back in again, I think you've discovered that you were sensitive to the potato. That level of starch and carbohydrate in your system just instantly knocked you out. But you're learning that a little bit of tomato might be okay, and that's something that you can include going forward. I mean, not at the moment, but when you're living WildFit, that will be a food that maybe doesn't throw you out of ketosis. So you're making great observations this week, and I'm so damn proud of you. I think we all are. That did so well at the bridal shower. I mean, that's fantastic. When you had those, I mean, they weren't even food devils in your head. They were sitting at the table, really testing you the whole time. I mean, you did an amazing job. Amazing job. I mean, that's a fantastic win, because not that long ago, you wouldn't have been able to stand up to that sort of pressure, I don't think. So, yeah, you've got to really celebrate that. That's fantastic. Awesome. Yeah. Wendy, do you want to?
Yeah. So, Cindy, I'm proud of you for putting down that sorbet.
Yes.
Really, really proud of you for that, because it's just only a week ago you were asking us, oh, should I break the rule on the wine or the dessert? Clearly, what happened, you had that. Go ahead.
Sorbet wasn't the dessert. It was in between meal before they go into the entree. I think it's to help you to cleanse the palate or something.
Yeah.
All right, but
Cleanse
still,
yeah.
But you have the awareness and the courage to have one taste, knowing that it's so sweet, and then you put it back down. Could you have done that before WildFit? Would you have done that, you think?
Probably, because it tastes so good. Actually, the sorbet was very...
My question to you is, if it wasn't WildFit, would you have put that spoon down? Would you have continued eating that sorbet?
Yeah, probably.
See? That's why Kim and I and all of us are so happy for you, and we have to do this to celebrate.
Woo!
Yes! It's a big win for you. Seriously, just a week ago, you were asking us, you know, what you should be, what rule you should break. And now you're able, like, okay, I had this one taste. I'm like, too sweet, put it down. Amazing. And also, about the weight loss and the and how the clothes fitting, right? All right, Cindy. There's this thing called, in human beings, there's this thing called perspective shifts. Meaning that we have this tendency as human beings forgot where we were, or we forgot where our baseline was. What I'm saying is, just 40 plus days ago, you were feeling a bit tight on certain clothes. Only 40 plus days ago. I'm talking about like just maybe a month, more than a month ago. And now, only 40 plus days later, you're feeling some of the clothes are not as tight anymore. Yes, it's not dropping to the ground, but at least it wasn't as tight. You find it a bit loose, right?
Yeah.
And the reason why you're not seeing this as a success, a win for you, is because you forgot 40 plus days ago that you find this really tight. You are now, your perspective have changed to, oh yeah, it's just a little bit loose, but it's not like as loose as I cannot put it on, or like Reggie. And also because perhaps you're comparing yourself to someone else that does not even fit your profile, does not have the same baseline as you do, and yet somehow you magically put yourself compared to that person. Why do we do that? It's not even a fair comparison. So I'm reminding you here is your perspective of measurements have shifted. That's why you're not seeing this is a change for you. But meanwhile, it is. Think about it. It's only 40 plus days ago that it was tight. And imagine if you can continue with this journey until we finish the program, how much more different it will change. So please remember that.
Yeah.
Does it make sense to you?
Brain, is that what you're saying?
No, what I'm saying is you've been adhering to the rules of this program for 40 plus days, and this is what you have achieved so far. Your clothes are not as tight. Please remember that. Because now you're at a stage where like, oh yeah, it's a bit loose, but it can be looser, you know? Yeah. Like 40 plus days ago, you probably weren't thinking about, will the clothes be looser? Were you thinking about that?
No.
See, you weren't even thinking about that before WildFit. Now, because you are in it, you have this shift, this change right now. Your perspective has shifted. Like, oh, okay. Apparently, I'm capable of making my clothes less, like more loose. But what more can I do right now? Like, can I make it even more loose? So the answer is up to you. How are you going to handle it? But please, it's because now your standard or measurements have changed. That's why you're not seeing this as a win. Does it make sense?
I told you before, I'm greedy. I want to see it on the scale too.
Yeah.
But we walk through the exercise on Monday, right? And
Yes.
I hope it's helpful to you. And it will take a bit of time because changing beliefs usually don't come overnight. Especially for some of us have been beating ourselves up for most of our lives. A lot of us have self-sabotaging. It's very common. I have it too from time to time. But I have to constantly remind myself that self-sabotaging does not serve me anyway. It won't, it never does. So might as well just switch it to an empowering belief. So please be kind to yourself and give yourself some time. It's probably healthier if it's a gradual weight release rather than boom, like a quick one.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it's a quick one, it might mean that you can gain it back very quickly either. We probably don't want that. We probably want like a gradual, natural process of releasing it by going to the bathroom. You're saying that you need to pee more often. That's one way of weight releasing. So give yourself some time, please.
Yes. Alrighty. Okay. Well, take it away, Reggie. How's your week gone?
Okay. No. I don't know if I can ask, but did Frank do a full Frank so that he just dropped out of the screen completely, or is he?
Right. He messaged me earlier. He is away. So in China it's a holiday weekend. Starting from yesterday. So he he's away.
I was just curious. Thank you.
Yeah.
Nice.
About me then, not so much has changed. I feel very good. We went, Friday we were in the car and on our way to sign up for our nice holiday home in Belgium. If you walk from our house down to the river, you'll see what you see behind me now. That's the river behind me. It's the River Meuse in Belgium. So I made a picture and I fit in it, so it's good. And but we went out for dinner twice. An early lunch and a late dinner or something. I don't know how we did it, but twice. And then you get immediately in the situation that Cindy already said that you have to be careful, but it can seem boring. The only thing I try to do is you a lot of times you just thrown back at a salad and some meat or fish, and it's both. Of course, we took the best kind of fish we could find. Or meat, and in this case it was there were mussels, because that's really almost like a national dish in Belgium, and it's really nice stuff. Of course, no starters. There was no starter on the menu that you can say, oh, man, I can have that. It was all that's off. Even with tweaking it, you couldn't tweak it in a way that you can still eat it. It was not possible. Desserts I don't even look at all at now. So. Next to the fact that you're eating more healthy, it's easier on your wallet if you have to pay for your dinner because you have less of it. But but you can get a nicer piece of meat and the salad was a bit of a thingy. He gave me. I even had a seafood salad that was really nice. So there was shrimps in it and lobsters and those kind of things. The only thing is the dressing is a problem. So I just asked him don't put anything up on it and give me some oil and a lemon. Almost the same words, letters. But the lemon just makes it for me a lot sweeter now because of we talked about it like Wendy said the other day. It's like recalibrated taste buds. That's really a difference. I hated Spa. Spa, the bubbly water, the mineral water, just as is. I hated that. And I also said it's acid rain that you're drinking because it's a bit pungent and it's a bit I don't know, it's a bit sour, and now it tastes sweet to me. And by adding a little bit of the lemon, or because he didn't have the touch of lemon in it, so the lemon that I had for my salad I put into the glass and it was nice. So it's really good. I already told you on Friday, on Monday, I guess the thing with my focus is a lot better. My eyes are focusing better, but my mind is focusing better. I talk a little bit less BS, and maybe Kim can acknowledge that. I'm not
Reggie,
so, sorry.
Reggie, can I just ask you, since we've had a couple of meals out now,
yeah.
And you're eating during the WildFit challenge, are you finding it much easier now to sort of assert yourself and not feeling like you're a burden on the restaurant or anything? Are you feeling more confidence in that style of thing?
No, it's about my own health now. And I rather don't have some a certain thing than that I say, well, I don't want to be a nuisance and I eat it anyway. And now the radar is on all the time, because I think it was the first time with our friends when we had that salad. I just, with my finger, I tasted the dressing, and it was way too sweet. And so I had one fingertip of that dressing in my mouth, and it didn't throw me out of ketosis, so it was not a big deal. But then I said, sorry, I can't have it, and it was not to insult you, but I just can't have it. I'm in a program, I can't do it. So maybe next time there's no problem. I'll put it on the side, and I can do it myself. And so it's gradually getting better and better. And the most important thing, no, not the most important thing, but it's a nice extra fact on top of everything, that I finally dropped back to double digits. So it's the first time, and I was sort of calculating it. It's about 40 years ago for the last time that I weighed under 100 kilos.
Woo! Big win! Big win!
Yeah, happy about that. Just a couple of 100 grams, but still it is, and it's going on. So in total I lost about with WildFit 3.5 kilos, and the period before like 17. So it's already I'm hitting the 20 kilo mark now, and I'm not so and maybe to sort of give Joey and Cindy a little bit of more hope, is that I'm not even so much interested anymore in how much I drop and when I drop the weight. But it's really about the feeling that you can feel that you're getting lighter. I can feel it. I can see it in the mirror if I look at it. The fat is moving around over my body, or it's getting less. And especially the top of my body is more defined now than it was before. And it's already, it feels so much better if I lift things, if I run. I even did a run back from the river. From the recycle center. And it was normally, this terrible steep hill to get up to. And I just run up there, and I didn't fall down dead without any oxygen in. So that's really, it's the good feeling is sort of the most important thing. And sometimes I told you before that sometimes I have a collapse in my energy. It's very hard for me to start the day sometimes. Yeah, I don't have to go to a job at the moment. So you do that. You could go for a 5K walk, and then you think, well, I'll take it easy, get my avocado ready, then have some Alka-Geyser, and then think, I can take a nappy. And by the time I'm working, starting to do something in the house, or a chore, or do some DIY, then it's about 12 o'clock or something. The half of the day is already gone. But then a lot of times I work until 1 o'clock in the morning. So I got the total energy I got, but the spread over the day is not always completely balanced. Yeah, if I would have a job, if I have to go there every day, I will, of course. So that's different. But I don't think that's due to WildFit. But and if you ask me, I wouldn't mind staying in spring. At first, I think I said it to Kim for forever, but forever is a long time. And I must say, I got pretty fond of fruit now. So it's not that if I can't have fruit, fine too. Because I was never a big fan of fruit, but now I'm sort of starting to like it, because there's a little bit of sweetness that you can have is in there. Mm-hmm. So, overall, I'm happy.
That's great. And so, you're carrying on with us in spring. I know that. So, it's fantastic. No, you're noticing huge improvements, and I don't know. I know for me at this time, when we were going out to dinner and I was in the WildFit 90, I actually made the discovery that it wasn't so much about the food, it was the experience I was enjoying being out in the restaurant. So it didn't matter to me that I was eating steak and salad each time with dressing on the side. I was enjoying being out with, in the environment. That became far more important to me than what I was actually eating in the evening. But great observations, Reggie. Yeah, fantastic. And awesome that you've finally seen that 99 on the scale. Brilliant. Brilliant. Well done. Well done. Okay. Well, yeah, the only thing we sort of haven't mentioned is everyone keeping up with their sort of intentional exercise, going out for a walk, doing some light aerobic exercise, because that's really important to keep you on track at this stage. Cindy, how have you got on with exercise? Are you getting out?
I do have this regular exercise once a week with the PT that you guys might heard it too. It's very popular in Holland. It's you wear the bodysuit. It's EMS.
EMS. I haven't heard of that one, but then I'm kind of.
I don't know the abbreviation. But.
So it's like professional athletes will wear them. It's like a patch on the body, and then have like electrics go through it, so it will actually stimulate the muscle more. So suppose you still do the same, like I would do like a 20-minute aerobic exercise. They claim it will be equivalent to like 3 sessions of 90 minutes of regular aerobic. So before, last year, I got this package for a long time that I never used, but since these quarantine, I start going back again. Before, if I do 1 session, I'm like tired out. But now, like I actually do 2 sessions, so like it's 40 minutes. But I split it up like aerobic and anaerobic because I want to work on my arms and my core. So that's the only intensive exercise I do once a week. I mean now, like the complex I live in, the gym is reopened again, so I might hit the gym to just run on treadmills because it's very hot to run. Very hot and humid to run outside right now in Hong Kong. I'm just giving myself excuses anyway.
It's true.
What it is.
But I do track myself to make sure I walk more than enough. I mean, some intentional, very not long term. I grab one of the coworkers sometimes. We take the stairs during lunchtime, but when he's not around, then I'm in love with everyone else. Yeah,
still human, Cindy.
Yeah.
No, hey, everything's a win. Everything's a win. And what about you, Joey? Are you managing to get some intentional movement in?
Yes, I like walking around whenever I have time. And at night, I usually don't go out. So I take out my game as the WildFit. WildFit, yeah. A game and play every night.
Good on you.
At least have some exercise.
Good on you. Good on you. It all counts. It all counts. Fantastic. You got to have some fun. You got to have some fun.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So really, just to recap, it's keeping up your hydration, your intentional movement, and and the other thing, I think finding those amazing rainbow varieties of cauliflower and everything was just genius because
are they natural? I never seen those before, actually.
Yeah. Well, no, the funny thing is they're an old variety. They're a really old variety. And the whole GM, not GM thing, I mean, even organic can technically be still genetically modified, but they don't use chemicals. Instead, they stress out the plant and they prune it and they chop it and then they manipulate the water flow and they stress it. Now, is that genetically modified? I think technically it still is, but it's in order to get the crop. But those beautiful bright cauliflowers, they are totally natural. It's not like they've been sitting in dye or anything. They're a genuine old heritage variety that, probably centuries ago, they would have had a lot of that sort of stuff around. And just like carrots used to be yellow. And it was only a few hundred years ago that the Dutch manipulated them to be orange to give as a gift to the Dutch royal family because the orange colour is the Dutch national colour. So, yeah, that's just an interesting sort of by the by there. But yeah, no, those lovely bright purple and bright broccolis and that sort of thing. I mean, like you say, you can cook them and the color just washes out and they taste exactly the same. But if you just lightly blanch them and put them in a salad, they're just so pretty to look at. They give you so much pleasure to look at. When you can't have bright tomatoes, rainbow colored cauliflower is the next best thing, I reckon. I think it's great.
I would have tried. They call it like the French cauliflower, but when I look at the price tag, that little small cauliflower, it costs $100 Hong Kong dollars, so almost 13 US dollars. Like, oh, I'll just put it back. It's most likely it's gonna taste the same as the white one anyway.
It does. I think if you're talking about the one and it looks really cool, I think we call it romesco or something like that. And they look like little mini sculptures, and it's a cross between broccoli and cauliflower.
On the side, on like the far corner, they do have the broccoli over there too.
Oh, okay, yeah. Wow.
But the price, I was like, wow, that's like, I didn't try it because it's probably tastes the same.
Crazy.
Maybe for a special occasion, it looks nice. That's like I tried the purple Brussels sprouts. When I cook it, it just tastes the same. And actually, when the water comes out blue, I felt kind of like it feels unnatural. Actually, I was like, why is it blue? What's blue?
yeah. No, it is just natural. And when you're back to eating beans again, you buy purple beans and they go green as soon as you blanch them. So yeah, it's just a bit of fun. And I mean, there is something to be said about extra antioxidants in the brightly coloured food. So yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Okay, Wendy, do you have anything you want to add before?
Hey, Cindy, I have another suggestions about your weight release. So earlier you mentioned that you have you have this exercise regime called EMS, and you mentioned that it's partly aerobic and also anaerobic. Is that the case?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember last Friday when Kim explained about the difference between men and women exercise?
Yeah.
So what's the difference there when for the gender difference? Do you remember?
I think and it's more of a stress, right? For men, it's a stress reliever. It's opposite.
Exactly. So because you have a mix of aerobic and anaerobic, so for anaerobic, that's the one that is perhaps creating some stress in your body. And I wonder if that might also contribute to one reason why your weight release is a bit slower than you expected. So my suggestion here would be try to do the breathing exercise after your anaerobic exercise, so that you can communicate to your body that you're in a safe environment. You are not, your body is not under stress, that you are running away from threats. It's just that you are exercising. But unfortunately, the body in WildFit, like our DNA don't know the difference. Our DNA don't know the difference. Our body don't know the difference between women under threat running or women are exercising intensely. So to help our body, to communicate our body that we are safe, highly recommend do some breathing exercise, or even just lie down, like lie flat. Like, I don't know if you've done yoga before, you know, that the big rests at the end of the yoga. Yeah. One of my favorite. Do that for 5 minutes at least. Like, try 5 minutes. If you can do more, 10 minutes, that's even better if you have the time. Again, the purpose is to communicate your body, you're safe, everything is fine, you are okay. Like, you don't need the weight, the extra weight in your body. Just let it out. Yeah.
But the anaerobic is not like very intense. It's only like 10 minutes. Okay. Only on the part. The other part is on the core. So I don't know if that consider aerobics or anaerobics when you have to do different planks and stuff like that.
It is causing stress. So do you know the difference between aerobic and anaerobic exercise?
One with more oxygen intake, the other is more like endurance.
Yeah. So the root of the word anaerobic, it means that it's oxygenated. Anaerobic is not oxygenated. Like it will be. So that's the reason why when we're doing anaerobic exercise, our body is technically under stress. Plank, definitely. Do you know how hard it is to hold? I mean, it's not easy to hold a plank. My record is only about 2 minutes for me. I'm trying to get it higher, but plank, come on, it's definitely stressful.
That's stressful.
You get better. You get better at it.
I know, but I'm just hoping, I'm giving you ideas for your weight release process right now, because I know you want that happen, and we're here to help you out on that. So I will try that. And earlier, you also have a telltale sign there saying that, you know, you're greedy about wanting everything, like you wanted the weight release happen too. I understand your perspective, but having that mindset or that belief that you are impatient, because when you say you're greedy, the underlying belief there is you're impatient. Am I right about that?
Probably.
Yeah. So being impatient, again, you are communicating to your body that you're not happy. There's something wrong here. And your body will interpret that message into, it's not so safe here. I'm a little stressed, so hold on to the fat again. You don't want that. Please remember it. I know it sounds strange. It might sound strange to you, but try it out. See what the result would be. And we will keep reminding you this.
Yeah.
How did you... Go ahead, Kim. Go ahead.
No, sorry. I was just going to finish up with a little bit of housekeeping, but you carry on.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, I mean, Cindy, how did you feel about that exercise that I put up on the Facebook group about switching your beliefs? What do you think of that?
I haven't seen it yet. What?
No, the one that I put out on Tuesday, I believe, about the switching your beliefs from a disempowering one to an empowering one.
Oh, I haven't seen it. I probably missed it.
It was, you know, on Monday, I walked through the exercise of we need to switch our beliefs. Then the day after, I put up some examples of what disempowering beliefs were in the Facebook group.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you had a chance to look at that one?
Probably might.
Okay, that's okay.
Yes.
But I would recommend you go back to that post and just take a bit of time to like read through it and ask any questions if you might have. It's really coming down to how you communicate with your body now, because you're doing most of the things. You're doing a lot of things right. You're doing the rules. You're sticking with the rules, but then there's still a little bit of emotional and mental stress that I'm sensing, which it could be your last hurdle for your weight release here.
I guess it's not, I should say, it probably wouldn't even occur to me this was the underlying issue until we probably at this far, right? If I'm looking at the program, I am following it, and so like technically the body should, you know, readjust or seeing some result, but we are not. So that's why I'm like keep refocusing back on, you know, what have I done wrong, or should I certain things, and I think it's more of this week we coming into the more of the underlying issue that I might be facing, that is I'm not even aware of that myself. Probably. I'm refocusing a lot. That's why, like, when I share that if I want to have a eat-in day, I don't need a consent, right? I just do it. Like that. Those are yeah, I mean those are the things that I should, you know, to take action. And probably need to, like, you know, like this week I don't eat as much during each meal, like versus last week when we were sharing, like we are in spring, and I probably think it's a long winter, right? Because we shouldn't go hungry and stuff like that. So I'm readjusting that slowly, like.
That's
but
great.
I don't want to be aggressive. I mean, you know, like we only have like a little bit more than a month left, and I think it's not hard. And the issues I'm facing is most likely it's gonna be a lifetime issue, right? People will just be like food devil around you. You can shut them up. So yeah.
And we don't have to shut them up, to be honest. Yeah. Let them speak. What's more important is how you talk to yourself, how we talk to ourselves. That's why I go back to the beliefs. What do we really believe? I will encourage you to reread that post that I post up in the Facebook about beliefs, or rewatch Monday's call and see if you can get some more insights in there as well. Yeah.
Reggie? Please.
I just want to add that I sort of heard in Cindy's story that she didn't eat that much, but I don't think you should not. You don't look at that. You just eat as much as you can, only the right stuff. And I'm eating. I'm eating a lot.
Actually, no, Reggie, sorry, no, don't confuse her here. No, sorry.
I mean, not the wrong stuff. I eat a reasonable amount of, let's say, something fat.
Yeah, no, Reggie. Sorry. So you probably didn't know the beginning of this story here. So for Cindy, she was seeing it as a winter. So she's been stuffing herself with the right stuff, but because her mentality is winter is coming, I better eat as much as I can right now so that I can store fat and energy. So we work with her on Monday about this, and she's realizing it. She will eat sometimes that perhaps she doesn't really need to. It's just because she thought that she shouldn't let herself go hungry, and then she just kept eating. So I appreciate you bringing this up to her, but we actually work with her about this. That it was her mentality there.
I don't want to damage that. No, yeah. But for myself, people see me eat sometimes, and it's even if it's fatty stuff or something, the good fats, then they go like, yeah, but hey, what are you talking about? You're having a diet or something. Why can you eat then fatty stuff? Then it's now that's what I actually meant to say. That's don't say, well, I'm going to less fat only because it makes my weight loss go faster. In this case, it makes it go slower because otherwise your body doesn't release it anymore because you think, oh, I still got enough fat. There's not too much fat coming in, so I don't have to use my own stuff, and then I just stick to it. And that was the thought behind it. I'm sorry if I interfered somewhere.
No, it's good. It's all good. Yeah. So
being hungry is horrible.
Yeah. I mean, Reggie, like those are like I said, like my coworkers or someone, they will criticize me about like, oh, why are you eating such a fatty food or something like that. But when I told them, like, I mean, sometimes I don't have to go through like explain too much. I just say, oh, I'm in keto right now. Some know what keto means. They know you need to eat fat, but some don't know. It automatically associate, oh, fat is unhealthy and you're on a diet. How come you're eating fat? And it's just those comments that makes me very frustrated that, like, you know, like before, like, I don't know. Sometimes I appreciate them or accommodating, but sometimes I don't appreciate that they keep criticizing the method I'm trying to do. And they will give me other alternatives. Why don't you just do that? Why you have to do this kind of thing? That's when I got really frustrated in the beginning of the week.
Wait till you really lost a lot of weight, and then they're suddenly going to ask you how you did it. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because I'm not losing a lot of weight. If I'm losing a lot of weight, they might shut up, but I'm not. That's
Well,
not like.
it's that story. It's about the story about reaching the summit of what Eric said about what's the mountain, just reaching the summit, and you're probably so close to it. And yeah, I'm not there yet myself. I'm just looking around the corner and I can see the summit, and I think I'm almost on there. But so I know it's going to happen for much more than now. But at the moment, I don't mind. It's I'm losing some weight, but I'm feeling a lot better, and that's health became more important than before, more than the weight loss.
Yeah,
so,
fantastic.
Carry on.
Well,
Okay.
Cindy, thank you for sharing that challenge with us about how your colleagues is giving you mixed message. So my advice about this is try to disengage with them, really, because you need to keep yourself in more of a quiet state of mind. And unfortunately, some of them are more educated about nutrition, food, diet, some are not. Would you want to use up some of your energy to go explain to them what it is? Or would you rather use that energy to focus on yourself and continue to put trust and faith in yourself and in the program? What would you rather do?
I think at this moment I probably need to disengage because we're so close, and I mean we're 2/3 the way. I don't think it's not worth it to there's not worth my energy, right, to go back and forth. So probably like I said before, then I'll just pick my days. If they want to join me to eat in the office, then we can. If not, I can still enjoy my meal. I mean, it's just such a short term. I think probably if they will, I mean, it's also like maybe not impatient, but I think it's just like I'm also like a very ambitious person too.
I can see that.
I want to show
in a good
it
way. I know.
I wanted to show it work. So
yes.
Yeah.
So hear me out here. The only way that you can show them this will work is by focusing on you, on your own energy right now. And one tip for you to disengage with them is just don't really respond sometimes. I'll give you an example. The reason why people can keep talking to you about stuff and they keep having feel is because we give them feel. We respond, therefore they have something to say. It might sound a little bit vague right now, but I'll give a perfect example. When you're on the street sometimes, have you noticed that there are people who walk up to you and give you a flyer, or maybe they will recruit you? Hey, can you please like sign up for like our cause here? Like it just takes 10 minutes. Like, can you hear me out about the cause? A stranger will walk up to you and tell you these things. And the best way to disengage is just ignore them and walk past it. Your colleagues are those people on the street either trying to get your attention to sign up for the cause, ask for donations, or push you a flyer. They're pushing into you. The best way to handle this is by not saying anything, because then they will lose feel. Even any word that I say to them, let's say I say, no, thank you, no thank you. If I even say no, thank you, they will keep coming back because they know that they've got my attention. Because I said no to them. But if I don't even look at them, don't even say a word, don't even engage, I walk past it, they have nothing to work with it. They have no feel to continue engage with me. So let's try to do that. I know it might not be easy because these are people you work with, you have a relationship with. But now is the time to focus on you, put energy on you first. It's the oxygen mask theory that I don't know if you've heard of. It's like when you're on a plane, when there's an emergency, isn't that all those safety videos tell us that we need to put on our own oxygen mask before you can put it on someone else? Because if I don't even have oxygen, then I'm just going to be dying. how am I going to be able to help someone else if I don't even put my own oxygen mask first? Does it make sense? Yes? So yeah, please put your own oxygen mask first. Focus on you. Fantastic solution you came up with. You know, you come up with your own dates that you dine in, and disengage others. Don't give them fuel. There's nothing to work with it otherwise. I hope this helps.
Cool. Okay, just one last thing. I'll be putting up in the Facebook group my Zoom link because I'm going to be taking the call for Wendy on Monday. So yeah, just look for the Zoom link in the Facebook group, and same time, just slightly different channel. Still on Zoom, just a different link to it. So well done, everyone. Have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you all on Monday.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you.